Okay. So it seems like YouTube is not being so great to us tonight. Let's see if you guys catch this one. Yeah. So I did hear that a couple of girls were having issues earlier. Of course, I thought that I wouldn't be affected. But yeah, so that's me. I'll have to go and put back in all the information, like the thumbnail and like product links and all that. I have all that stuff. So I'll make sure and copy and paste that into this once we're done. I don't have time to do it now. I want to try and stay in the time constraints because we have so many amazing artists joining us. So thank you if you made it over here from the other video. Sorry that that scheduled one didn't work out. That's interesting. This is our first time trying it this way. So we'll for sure be taking notes and figuring out how to make this better. But yeah, let's see if this one works. This should be good. Hello from all over. Thanks for joining me. My name is DeeDee Catron. I'm a mixed media artist. Yeah, that's what people were saying. Stephanie said it's been like this all day. So, I guess my question is, do you know how far everybody got into their videos? I know a couple of them had to switch to Facebook. I really don't want to switch to Facebook. I'm in Las Vegas. So welcome to my channel. If you're brand new, I'm super excited to have you. And if you're not brand new to me, awesome. Thanks for being here and thanks for having my back. Yeah, I Tokerville. I know Tokerville. Yeah. So I live in Las Vegas, Nevada in the US. It's 9 p.m. My kiddo is in bed. I have an 8-year-old. He's sleeping and my hubby is downstairs playing video games. So just me up here. I lived in Denver for 4 years. I've been to Florida. I saw somebody from Australia. I did a 3-week teaching tour there in November of last year. That was really exciting. Europe, Chicago. Yeah, guys, thanks. Thanks for checking out my other videos. If you don't already, of course, you've heard it all day today. Please subscribe. I love sharing stuff. I'm a mixed media artist. I like lots of color and I like lots and lots of black and white patterns in addition to color. So you'll see that in my project today. I like making little books. I like making big books. I like just making like collections. I'm definitely an artist who works in a series or like a group of things. So that's what we'll be doing tonight. We're going to use some of my favorite techniques. I suppose we should just jump right in. Hi, Tiff. Guys, this is Tiffany Solario. So I hope I said that right. Definitely check her out. So she's the mastermind behind all of this incredible stuff. She got together all these awesome sponsors, all these amazing artists, everybody that got together. It's all Tiffany. So Tiff, I should say real quick, my schedule one, it didn't work. We were going good for just a couple minutes ahead of schedule to sort of get in and get relaxed, and it kicked us out. So we started over, but I will make sure and copy and paste all the information into this new event and get the right thumbnail up so that we're all cohesive here. Sorry about that. Hi, Nellie. Hi, everybody. Hello, everyone. Thanks for being here. We have 52 viewers. Oh, that's like numbers are so exciting. Thanks for being here, guys. How many of you have made it through the whole day? That's exciting. So check out these sponsors. On my channel tonight, I am giving away 2 things, actually. I'm giving away a package of supplies. So from Unwild Studio and 7 Dot Studio and Viva Las Vegas stamps. So those are my companies. I say that because I own Unwild Studio. I'm the marketing and artistic director for Viva Las Vegas stamps. I design stamps and do the social media and things like that. And then for 7 Dot Studio, at the current time, I'm the main product designer. So I'll be giving away a cool little bunch of stuff for that. Then look at all these other amazing companies. We have Tonic and Snip Art, and we have Tsunami Rose and Gelli Arts and Prima and 49 and Market, Lindys. I mean, I can't even say them all. They're all good. Look at, it's all such good stuff. So if you've made it to some of the posts today, hopefully you won some prizes, or
hopefully you'll get some prizes, and there's still lots going all through the night and into tomorrow morning. So, A World of Heart, thanks to Tiffany. And we're going to kind of start jumping in right here because when I worked on this project, it took me about 2 hours, and that includes some thinking time. So I'm kind of a stewer. I kind of stew over some things, and I'm working on that. I've gotten a lot better about it. But so we should get to work. We're going to do a project about maybe about half this size. But this is what we're basing our model. This is our model. We're basing everything off of this. I am busy. I am busy, but I love it. I love to do everything. I just love sharing. That's my favorite part. I love sharing my knowledge base and my experience and all of the amazing things, like things that I've done or things that I've learned. And I like to be able to help other people fill their mixed media arsenals. That's what I call it. We add tools to your arsenal. No, Tiffany, actually, I did not sell out my workshop. So Tiffany's asking if I sold out my workshop. On the 10th, I'm teaching a workshop at Scrappy Chic in Livonia, Michigan. We are doing jelly printing and creating a jelly journal and creating a tool. And then the following weekend, so that's Wednesday the 10th, and then 11, 12, so like 12, 13, 14, or something like that. The Friday, Saturday, Sunday, directly after the 10th, I will be in Pennsylvania teaching a 3-day workshop with Tina Walker called The Mad Matter. And we're doing dyeing, fabrics and papers, eco dyeing. We're doing resin paper. We're doing mark making. We're building 2 journals and making homemade inks. If you guys are interested in that, I will definitely, I've posted about it on my Instagram. For the record, this is how you spell my name. So, DeeDee Catron. You can put an @ symbol at the beginning to find me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all of that good stuff. And I have a website, so deedecatron.com. Follow me if you'd like to, if you're inspired. I'm not making anybody do anything, but I promise I share really good stuff. I even have a Facebook group where I share my artwork, and people post artwork based on like classes and my tutorials and my products. And as well as I share like lots of really cool artistic things that are happening around the world and tips and tricks. So yeah, be glad to have you guys at any of my workshops. And I live in Vegas, and I teach workshops in Vegas too. So if you're ever in town, let me know, get with me if you want to see what I'm up to and what I'm teaching. Thanks for asking, Tiff. Okay, so I suppose, right, because now we're like 7 minutes in, I should probably get started. Otherwise, we're going to get to the end, and you are not going to, you're not going to get to the end because you got to go to the next one. So I made this little book. It has this little cover on it, and I am going to sew on screen. So let's see how well that works out. But so this is Sari ribbon, and I'm really excited to say, you guys, so I own Wow Studio, and we started out as a handmade embellishment company, and then we moved into chipboard manufacturing, and then we did Faire, and then we did stencils, and now we're branching out more this year into all kinds of things, including we just did our own water bottle. Now we have Sari ribbon, and we're doing tag packs, just, the stuff that I love and that we're working on. We're going to have hand-dyed pieces, tag packs, and hand-dyed watercolor paper and hand-dyed Sari ribbon and things like that. For now, we're just starting with the basics while we're still finishing some experimentation, but we're really excited. So this project right here is based off of just the tag packs and some Sari ribbon. And it has this little closure on it, so it opens this way. And then you pull here, and watch this. You ready for the magic? Should we count down? 3, 2, 1. Oh, look at how good it is. Look at all this goodness. Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming in. So, and then the really great thing about this type of like artwork or project base is there's lots of room. So I did the backside too, because it makes sense to. Oh, let's see. Take the camera off autofocus. Yeah, let me check into that. Give me just a second. I'm so sorry I don't see where I can take it off autofocus. I have enable flash, but we're definitely not doing that. Okay. Well, hopefully I won't come close to the camera anymore. I'll try to keep it really far down here. Is anyone else having that issue? Okay. I'm really sorry, Anita. I had no idea that was an issue. I will definitely keep that in mind for next time, okay? I'm really sorry. Okay. All right, so we'll keep going. So this is made out of all tags and some watercolor paper. But we're going to do the same exact thing. We're just going to do it in a much smaller scale because, like I said, this one took me a little bit over 2 hours, and I want to stay inside our time constraints. So we have 3 sizes of tags and a piece of watercolor paper. We have these itty-bitty size 1s. They're tiny little cute things. Okay, thanks, everyone. We have size 5, so sort of right in the middle there. And then we have size 8. And size 8 is the tag that you're probably used to the most. This is a very standard size tag when it comes to the crafting industry, and we all like really create well on these, and there's dies in this size and shape. Well, and now there are dies in all of them actually, but this is a 3x4 piece of watercolor paper, so think Project Life sized, pocket card sized. Okay. The tiny tags are so cute, I know. I love their little brown holes. And then the acrylic paints that I'm using are Amsterdam acrylic paints. I love them. These colors are divine together, as you saw. This is a gold ochre, and this is a Venetian rose. And I do have links for all of this stuff. You guys, sorry about that. My scheduled event didn't want to work with us, so I will copy and paste all of that stuff as soon as my hour is up. All right, I'll make sure and fix this video so you can come back and look at links if you need them. And then yeah, and then I guess and my gesso of choice is Liquitex because it's super smooth. I have some masking tape. I have my 2 Sharpie markers. Look at this jumbo fat baby. It makes the coolest marks. A Precision V pen. I have a Stabilo Marksall. And I have paintbrushes in various sizes. In front of me is my sewing machine. You'll see it on camera when I get ready to do that part. And then I also have different sizes of masking tape. It's absolutely okay if you guys are inspired by this project to make it. Thanks for asking, Deb. I highly encourage you to do that. I love making art, and nothing makes me happier than to inspire other people to also make art. So feel free, and I would love to see your projects, you guys. If you search for me on Facebook, if you search for DeeDee Catron, I have a group called Mixed Media Arts with DeeDee, and you can jump on in and you can share all your projects that are inspired by me. All right. The only rule is that the group is based on moi, because I'm the cat's meow. That is so not true. But please feel free to join that group, and you can share anything that's inspired by my artwork or my tutorials or the products that I design. All right. I gotta quit. I gotta move on. Let's make some art. So I'm gonna put out some paint. And I don't work on a palette. I work or on a nonstick craft mat. Underneath my table, I do have a nonstick craft mat so that when I heat things, it doesn't burn my table. But I always work on under paper. And the reason is because it catches all of the goodness that there is underneath, that like gets to the side of the tag or off my journal page or whatever. And then I get to use that as collage later on, meaning it's just another layer in my artwork. So that way I'm not wasting supplies because they are expensive and we are all on a budget. So keep that in mind if you're interested. Aw, that's so cool. She says, I'm DeeDee. You're the reason I'm obsessed with my Stabilo and all other water-soluble graphite. So I'm going to show you something pretty cool tonight with my Stabilo. I love it. I got to get some painting done so we can get to the really fun mark making part. So one of the things I've been concentrating on, kind of getting my brain used to, is the fact that we should create. So if you follow me, awesome, and then you've seen what I'm getting ready to talk about. And if you don't, that's okay, because now I'm going to tell you about it. I have been trying really hard in 2019 to start this thing, to work on this thing called DeeDee's 15 and DeeDee's Experiment 2019. And the whole point of it is that I'm trying really hard to make art quicker. Not because it needs to be, like, not necessarily art that is sellable, that people want to buy, that people want to own, or that I'm doing anything specific with, but just art that I'm doing. I'm practicing, I'm honing, I'm experimenting and trying out new things with my skills. And it's just creating art on a quicker timetable, because I come across this problem all the time where I spend too much time thinking about things, thinking about my choices. So this project specifically, and then some of them that I've been posting on Instagram and YouTube up until this point, are along that idea, like, just get something down. I give myself 15 minutes, and that's it. I see what I can get done in those 15 minutes. And sometimes I give myself a couple more minutes, like the next day if I have some time left over from the next page I'm working on. But most of the time I try really hard to stick to 15 minutes per page or per art, whatever. And I'm just practicing doing stuff faster. Reminding myself that it's not all about a finished product as much as I need to practice my skills. I need to hone them some more. I am using acrylic. So these are Amsterdam acrylics. I know, a shade of white. Why does it take us that long to pick a color of white? We are all like that, I swear. So I'm practicing this year, getting away from that. Yeah. Okay. So look at these. I'm putting paint down. They are not specific. I do keep, like, things in sets of 3, odd numbers, make your brain happy. So I could go into that in more detail in other videos and things like that. But I'm also not putting this color on everything. I just want to get some stuff going here. So let's see. I'm going to do this. I love stripes. I love them so much. I love brush stroke stripes, meaning I like them to be wonky and not perfect, like this. Yeah. Oh, the queen bee. That's nice. Thank you. I will take it. I'm also, like, before this year, before the 2019 experiment on Instagram, I never did this. Like, I never scrubbed with a brush, but I love it. I love how gross and unconventional it looks. So I've been practicing that. I'm trying to step out of my box and trying to grow. I'm trying to grow as an artist. So scrub, scrub, scrub. And I'm doing the backs because, oh, look, that guy got pink. I'm doing the backs because it's a double-sided piece. Okay, and I'm going to wash my brush. Because I'm moving into my pink color. So my pink is not as intense. This Venetian rose is not as intense as this gold ochre. So I need to clean my brush before I move over. I love the color so much that I would hate for it to get all orangey and gross. Not gross, just not what I'm aiming for. All right, quit thinking about it. Just do it, right? We just talked about this. Oh, what's wrong with me? I do not carry the Amsterdam acrylics, so I pick up the Amsterdam acrylics off Amazon and or Blick sometimes. I like Amazon because they have Amazon Prime. And so that's always really nice to not pay extra shipping and things like that. Yeah. Oh, Trudy, I'm so sorry. Yes, Trudy. So it's been tough for us too because we YouTube's being such a pain today. We had all of our posts scheduled to go and it seems like they aren't working out for us. So it seems like everyone's having the same issues. I'm really sorry, but I'm really glad you made it, Trudy. Yeah, a lot of designers do use Amazon. So I do have a favorite paintbrush, actually, okay? I love Simply Simmons brushes, and they're in one of the links that I had on my other video. But I have other brushes also. So I'm not like a one brush wonder kind of person. Like I get around with my paintbrushes. I have all kinds. I have cheap brushes. I have expensive brushes. I have middle of the road brushes. So that's why I like the Simply Simmons, because they're pretty high quality for how cheap they are. And that really, really is nice to me. I like being able to get things for a bargain. I think we all do, but yeah. Oh, thanks, Dina. Hi, Dina. Yeah, I think we all love Amazon. Yeah, so guys, Disorganized Crafter is after me. Is that right? Carissa, can you confirm that for me, please, now that I don't have my list in front of me since YouTube decided to be a butt, please? So this is white. This is just Canson watercolor paper. I love how thick and sturdy it is. Yeah, okay. Thank you. So it is Disorganized Crafter. You guys can go straight to her channel right after this, right at 10 o'clock. 10 Pacific, so the next hour. My mom is spying on me. She's watching me from the hallway. She doesn't do art. I'm the only artistic person in my family. How are... Oh, Aaron. Hi, Aaron. You guys, Imperfect Impulses. That's Aaron Blazevich. I have known him for a really long time. He is so wonderful. When he does art, he does really amazing mixed media stuff. Oh, look at, there's Disorganized Crafter. So she's on next. You guys will really love her stuff. We've had such amazing artists. So it's such a really, really amazing thing going on today. Celebrating National Craft Month. We love crafts. We love paper crafts. We love arts. We love paper arts. We love mixed media. Oh, yeah. So I was saying something. Then I saw that Aaron was here. Oh, I'm so sorry. Aaron, you're a rock star, babe. Thanks for coming out. But I was asking, do you guys... are you the only artistic ones? The only crafty ones in your family? Because that's what happens at my house. I'm the only guy. The only one doing it. I know. We love artists. We love crafters. We love it all. All of it. It's all... You know what I always say? Anybody that works hard at what they do is a craftsman. So you're a crafter. Whether it's soap making or jewelry making or mixed media arts or scrapbooking or cards or knitters or cake makers or mechanics. You know, just as long as you put time and effort into whatever it is, it's going to be good, and you're a craftsman. That's where the word craft started. All right, so we got some good, gross stuff happening here. So the great thing about this is that we weren't going for anything specific. We're just getting our colors and such down. And then we're going to build our little book, and we're going to work on top of it. There, see, look at that. Furnishers, resin. Like, look at all the stuff that... It's awesome. Your timber floor has so many splatters. I don't know if that's great or... Oh, good. I love that you guys have family members that are artists. My family definitely appreciates my artwork, so that's nice. Nobody ever tells me not to do something. But I sometimes, you know what? My 8-year-old, he likes art, but he likes a lot of things because he's 8, so he's still figuring it out. He loves video games. I love video games too, but man, that kid's a video game nut. So he loves video games and he likes sports, which I don't like sports. So I don't know where he got that from. But so far, he still does art with me. I'm hoping we can keep that going and that he doesn't lose interest. But if he does, then we'll work with it. Whatever he likes. Oh, obsessed with stencils and using them on the wall. That's awesome. I do want to say real quick, I did the Venetian rose and I did the gold ochre. And now I'm going to come back in with white. Gesso. I just use gesso. And it's funny what you sort of pick up from other artists. So I always did use gesso instead of white paint. But then I at one point I thought that's, gesso is a primer. It's a base. I should use more white paint. I should buy titanium white paint. I should buy bone and I should use it. And then I took a course with Donna Downey. And Donna said, I use gesso in place of white paint. Why not? And then I thought, why not? Why not, right? Why do I have to not use gesso in place of white paint? I like the way it looks. I have a lot of it. It's cheap. So now that's what I do. I should have known the whole time. Do what makes you happy. That's what I say now. Let me see. I'm sorry. I have some questions. Will you let us know if the giveaways you're doing are from sponsored or personal? Yes. I am doing a sponsored event and a personal event. I'm doing 1 and 1. So the sponsored event will be from Umwow Studio, Viva Las Vegas Stamps, and 7 Dot Studio. It's going to be a prize pack. It's pretty good size, I'm not going to lie. Full of really, really cool stuff. So those are the companies that I'm mostly affiliated with. I am affiliated with a couple others, but those are the ones that they're like my diehard companies. I design products for all of them, and I own Umwow Studio. And then I'm going to have a personal giveaway too, but I'm not going to tell you that until a lot closer to the end, exactly what that will be. You will see, but it'll be closer to the end. Oh, thanks, guys. Yeah, we were just throwing things out there, and it seemed to fit, and then Tiffany liked it, so we went with it. I like it too, A World of Heart. It's really nice. Don't feel bad, Tiffany. Definitely not something to feel bad about, babe. This is such an amazing event, and it's really cool, and there's so much good stuff happening. I've made it to as many of them as I can, and I'm definitely excited to go back and watch them. Oh, thanks, Jane. Thank you, Leanne. Yeah, we're just putting some stuff down, and then we'll get to sewing and see where the project takes us. All right, we got white. I like that guy, just the pink, just the orange with a little pink, white. Oh yeah, you need something else. Oh, and I need to say, I apologize. Some prizes are US only. My prizes are not. So the prizes on my channel tonight are not US only. You are more than welcome to win from anywhere in the country. I mean, I'm sorry. You are more than welcome to win from anywhere in the world. Don't tell anybody what just happened, okay? That's awesome. Thanks for laughing with me. Oh, great. So Leanne Jago is here to see me mess up because, you guys, Leanne is so awesome. She's like such a cool mixed media artist, but she's really cool, and it's kind of embarrassing that she was here to see that. Okay, so I'm gonna do a quick heat over of these, and then I'll show them to you, and then we'll move on to the next step. So I'm sorry if it gets a little loud. It is a Ranger tool that are supposed to be quiet, but it's really old. So, I mean, it's like 6 years old or something. So it's the fan is starting to go out. I got to get a new one. Okay, so we have 2 number 8 tags, and they look like this. Messy and gross. They are manila tags, MANILLA, for those of you who have come in late. Okay, so umwowstudio.com is now selling manila tags. We're starting with the plain ones, and then soon we're going to have some eco-dyed ones and some rusty ones. It's really exciting. So we have number 8 tags. That's these. Yeah, size 8. So I guess instead of saying they're like 6 1/4 by 4 or by 3 1/2, whatever they are, they just say it's a size 8. Get a size 8. So these are size 8. These are size 5. So we have these 2. These are size 1. Look at these itty bitty babies. Both sides. And then a 3" by 4" piece of watercolor paper. All right. So we're going to start out with this. Oh, this way. Yep, that looks good. Okay. So when I bring them up, I just, when I'm ready to like turn it into the book portion, I just try to make sure that it's not like the same color and the same shape the whole way across. And I'm going to use some masking tape. To bind them. So we're going to make little bindings. And I'm leaving a bit of a space, like maybe 1/16 of an inch. And I use masking tape as a design element instead of just as a background or a binder or a like tool. Does that make sense? It becomes an integral part of my project. So it is a hinge, but it will also become part of the design. Kelly was worried that we didn't have any masking tape. So they're manila, like a manila folder, Dina. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in caps so that I can catch them quicker, because we have over 100 people watching, and so the chat is going kind of quickly. I really will try to answer all the questions. Dina asked what weight they are. I mean, they're certainly more cardstock weight, but it's a manila folder, like a file folder. You can use washi tape. Washi tape does not have as much adhesive as masking tape, so I would suggest to also put a little bit of glue underneath your washi tape. You could use Yoo-Hoo or Zig or, you know, something like that, but look at all those, you washi tape hoarders. You are. I know it. You know why? Because I am one too. I have an entire basket full of washi tape that I never pull out. We have a sickness, people. So I started with 1 inch masking tape, and now I've gone to 1/4 inch. No, I'm sorry, 1/2 inch. This is my 1/2 inch. Yeah, something like that. Anyways, this is definitely where that design element portion comes into play, because I'm using the different sizes and layering it up and sort of playing with it as a piece of the project. Like this. And then I know that I have these, so I use these for things like, here, let me show you real quick. So on the original, this little one is a handle, and then this medium-sized one is the closure. And then here's another small one that was just glued to the top there. So I think that I really like the way this one looks. Oh, and we can go ahead and fold now, start to fold it together and make sure that it's going to close somehow. Accordion fold. It looks like that's what I'm doing with this one too. And that's totally fine. So then how do I want to do this? Yep, like this, because I want to put one of these little guys here, one that stands out. Oh yeah, that one. That's going to look awesome. So I'm going to put that one there. Open, close, open. Yep. And then I want this one to wrap around. That one? This one. Yeah, let's do this one. Okay. So real quick, I'm going to score this one that's going to become my closure. And look at how my scoreboard's so old. It has so much stuff on it. But I'm just going to score it the 1/8 of an inch apart. And I'm not even like paying that much attention. So we're sort of just going for it here. And that's what's like really fun about these types of mixed media projects. So it has 2 score lines on it now. Can you see those? And I'm going to fold one and then crease and fold the other one and crease, because now it's a closure and it has thickness to it, much like a matchbook. Okay. So here's our project. This is going to glue on the back here and close like this. And this little guy is going to go right here. Okay, looking good. Looking good. And then I have this guy. Do we want to use him? We could do a tip-in. We'll do a tip-in later with him. I'll show you what that is. Well, if we get to it. I gotta move. I gotta go quick. Okay. So I'm going to pull out my sewing machine real quick and show you some quick stitching. I keep saying quick, but nothing's really going that quick. Oh, all my markers and stuff. Okay, let me get my sewing machine situated. Don't get scared. It might get kind of loud. Okay. Yeah, that looks pretty good. How does this, is this focus okay right here? I did want to show you my machine really quick because I get a lot of questions. I used to have a really basic sewing machine, and this one is still fairly basic. It's a Brother. And it was like, it depends. So I linked to it on Amazon, but it is like maybe like $130 right now, and sometimes it gets a little bit closer to $200, and sometimes it does dip down to about $100. But what I really want to show you is it has all these stitches on it. Can you believe that? Look at all these stitches that it does for not that much more. Like my other machine was $100 and I got this one for about $130, and it does all these different stitches, straights and zigzags and curves and moons and like there's leaves and just so much really cool stuff. Yeah, heart. I mean, it's really cool, you guys. It's really cool. So I just wanted to take a moment and show you that. It was such a good find. That was it turning on. Okay, so get to my straight stitch. And I got to get some stitching done real quick. And I'm going to show you. So 2 things that I'm going to do. I'm going to stitch on my extra pieces. So I have this guy to stitch on. And then I'm also going to stitch around this tape to, 1, turn it into more of a design element. And 2, to reinforce that binding that we have going on there. All right. So it's not going to be fancy. We're just stitching, 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 getting some stuff done. Oh, I should probably make sure that my foot pedal is ready. Oh, let's see. Okay, so Belinda has asked if I use a different needle for paper than I do for fabric. I'm going to give you one guess, Belinda. You guess. Do I? Don't I? Nope, I sure don't. Just one needle for everything, folks. Because I don't sew fabric. I do sew fabric, but only in my mixed media, like when I'm making journals or doing things like that. So I got no reason to. I do use a heavy duty needle, and right now I have a quilter's thread in. It's a lot more heavy doodle than heavy doodle. Heavy doodle. Hashtag heavy doodle, people. Heavy duty thread. All right, so there's one. This is our little pull piece. And I need to stitch on. Well, I kind of think I said duty instead of duty, but you know, to each their own. The other really cool thing about this machine is that you can change the length of the stitch really easily, which is really important to me. I like to have a really nice long stitch. Also, my thread just came out like on live camera, so that's cool. We're all winners today. All right, so we have 2 things done now. I've got my closure stitched on. So when it closes like this, that folds over. And I'm just gonna stitch this real quick so that we can move on and we can do some more fun stuff. Now, I should say, if you guys really were sewing paper and fabric a lot, like if you were making dresses or sewing, you know, whatever, pillowcases, curtains, aprons, whatever, if you were doing something like that, then I would, and you certainly should, keep separate needles and or machines, really, for that type of stuff. because it's a lot more intense and specific. Are you guys okay with me sewing while we do this? I'm almost done already. Hope I'm not bothering anybody with this part. All right, I will stop there. All right. And let's get that out of the way. Okay. All right. Okay, so now I can get back to concentrating on the project and chatting with you guys. And we have about 15 minutes left here. So I'm going to show you some of my really favorite things. Once I get this far, this close. So I definitely need to make my closure that wraps around. I just had an avalanche because do you know what's to the left of me? Should I give you one guess again? It's a huge stack of stuff. That's what it is. All right. So what do I want? I'm probably going to sew that on. Okay. So I'm going to set that to the side because I think I want to sew that on, but I'm not pulling my sewing machine back over. So I'm going to show you now. I want to show you my Sharpies and my Stabilo because they are like heaven. But I really wanted to show you this. So this is my cup of water and it has my dirty brushes in it. And I set it up here and this is my Stabilo pencil. And I have like 15 of these going at one time. Yeah, it definitely is a mountain of stuff. Yeah, it definitely is. Oh, thank you for saying that, Carrie. That that means a lot. Thank you so much. I know there's been some really amazing stuff today. So thanks for saying that. Barbara asked if I cut the threads. So I usually don't. Now let me say real quick, this one, it only has these 3 panels. So it has way fewer threads than this one did. So this is what the finished project is going to look like. We're going to be similar to. So see how much stitching I had on this one? I had way more threads hanging out all over. So I did trim some of them off. Most of the ones at the top so that when it was still together, they hung out the bottom and then not the top so much. So I don't know how normally I don't have quite this much stitching and I wouldn't trim it. Like I'm not going to trim them off of our miniature one here because it looks just fine. It's not overwhelming. But on the original, there was way too much. So I did have to trim some of that back. Okay, so back to my Stabilo here. I've just dipped it in my water. Okay, look at this. Look at how like ooey gooey and flowy it is. I just directly dipped it in the water. This pencil, it's dripping. Okay, and then I'm going to use that to do some asemic writing. Right on this guy. And then look at how I have to do it frequently because the water drips off onto my tag, but look at how I keep using the term ooey gooey. It's like, oh, it's so awesome. Oh, I love Leonie. I know Leonie. Isn't she great? Yeah, Leonie's awesome. Okay, I'm going to dry this real quick. And then I want to show you my giant Sharpie. So look at the chisel tip on this thing. It's asemic writing. So I love to use this as a straight mark maker all by itself. Like I don't have to do anything else with it. It makes amazing marks. And then I can splatter with it too. And it makes really big splatters. And there's like some sort of dripped on the side here. I can add a little bit of water. And then do some small splatters. Asemic writing is where you write so that it's not legible. So you write something specific, but it's specifically not legible. You can't read it. It's just this idea of writing. Yep. Asemic. All right, so that Sharpie's kind of thick. It might take a while to dry, so we're just going to do some other things on this part of the page. Oh, I do want to show you this. So these images have been stamped on tissue paper. And these are Viva Las Vegas stamps, deeply edged pink rubber stamps that I have designed for the Viva Las Vegas stamps, some of my favorites. And I've stamped them on tissue paper to get a nice dark image. And then also because I'm going to collage them down and the tissue paper is going to disappear into the background. So when you do this, you want to rip the edges instead of cut so that it has that frayed, tattered edge. I'm going to try to work on this a bit here, guys, real quick in our last 8 minutes. So if you have any other questions, please ask them like privately. I mean, you can ask them here and I will try to answer them, but I will certainly get to them privately if not. Okay, so I want a very specific brush for this. There it is. Okay. Wash it off. And then in just a minute, you guys, I will choose my winners, okay? So I'm using Golden Fluid Matte Medium. I've stamped on tissue paper with archival ink. And then I'm collaging it directly to my project. And look at how it just molds right into the background. Oops, because of the tissue paper. Isn't that great? And because this project is that awesome, I can flip it over and continue that tissue paper stamp on the back. Oops. Try this. My white Sharpie is really thick, so it's not drying. Oh, you're so welcome, you guys. I really do love to share information. So, again, I'm going to ask you very kindly, please subscribe. I am planning some more YouTube lives. Plus, I have some great workshops coming up. And if you want to be in the know, the easiest way is to subscribe to me here and or join my YouTube group. Do not forget that you guys are going to... Disorganized Crafter next. So she's been here in the group. Definitely go to her. And then I should give my prizes away real quick because then I'm just going to keep working a bit. I think I showed you everything I wanted to show you, specifically the tags, the paint, the marks. I need to put my sorry ribbon on. But again, so this is what our finished project is going to look like. My 2 giveaways. Okay. One giveaway is Thanks, Leanne Chester. Thanks everybody who subscribed. I really hope you enjoy what you're seeing, and I'm excited to have new people, and thank you for everyone who is subscribed and has been backing me for so long. I really, really love sharing art. So, yes, okay, prizes. So one prize is Umwow Studio is a prize package of Umwow Studio, Viva Las Vegas stamps, and 7 Dot Studio. So all products that I design, it's coming to you in a really cute little package, and you can make like some amazing projects with it, okay? So that's one person. And let me see here. I'm going to randomly pick Anna Stratis, Stratis. Are you still here? Okay, I will write this down. Okay, she gets the products prize pack. Perfect. And I am trying to spread the love. So Anna, have you won today yet? Perfect. That is wonderful. Okay, so Anna, you won the prize pack. It's a really good prize pack. It's slam full of products. And then, perfect. Oh, Tiff, I'm so glad you're here. So Tiff is going to help me. Thank you so much for understanding, everyone. I really want to spread the love, so we're going to try to spread out the winnings as much as possible. So Anna Stratis, you get the prize pack. And then, okay, so the second prize is this piece of artwork that I started here tonight with you. So I am going to finish it. It's going to be a completely finished product. I'm going to work on it for another half an hour on live if you want to stay, but you don't have to. Please move on to Disorganized Crafter and come back at a later date to finish the last like half hour-ish, okay? So it's going to be this project. Don't stay with me right now. Go see Disorganized Crafter at 10 in like 4 minutes, but then you can come back and see how I finish this. And the winner for this, let me scroll up and grab a name real quick. How about Jane Dunlap? Are you still here, babe? All right, and I'm going to write down Jane Dunlap. How's that look, Tiffany? Has she won? Have you won yet, Jane? All right, perfect. So we have Anna Stratis is getting our prize package, and Jane Dunlap is getting the artwork. Yay, congratulations, you guys. Again, thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. I always have lots of stuff going on. Product designs and challenges and tutorials and workshops and classes. So I've got 2 workshops coming up. April 10th at Scrappy Chic in Livonia, Michigan. And then that exact weekend, right after that, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, is a 3-day retreat in Pennsylvania. Check out all the artists that we've had this week. Let's give today and tomorrow. Give a round of applause to Tiffany, you guys, for the amazing job that she's done putting this all together. Thanks for inviting me. Thanks for having me. Congratulations to the winners. I'm going to stick around and work on this live, and but you guys go see Organized Crafter, and you can come back and watch the last half hour when you have some spare time. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so now I'm just going to sort of do a real-time recording of what I'm working on. So I'm going to add some marks with my Stabilo, just some sort of, I'm going to get out a different one that's a little sharper because I kind of wrecked that one. And if you, oh, I should say real quick, were there any, oh yeah, you guys just find me, if you could, find me on Facebook and send me a message, or Instagram. Instagram's good too. Just, this is my name. This is how it's spelled. Okay. Find me and send me a private message, whether it's Facebook or Instagram. Those 2 are best for me. And then I'll make sure and get your guys' prizes out. You're moving on to Disorganized Crafter next. Yep, we have Anna Stratus for the prize package and Jane Dunlap for the artwork. Were there any last minute questions? You are so welcome. All right, goodbye, everybody. Have a great night. You are so welcome. Thank you again for joining me, and enjoy the rest of the videos, you guys. All right, so I'm gonna make some marks on here now with my Stabilo, but it's good. I have different Stabilos, like in different. See, I have like sharper ones and not sharp ones, and so I'm gonna get out a little bit of a sharper one because I want to make some finer marks, like this, and oh, and I want to grungy up here. I should use a duller one. I want to grungy up my tape. I love it so much. And I'm going to put some Stabilo out here on the side. Because I want to wrap some and sort of grungy up some of this area around. I just love how gross and dirty Stabilo looks compared to everything. It's one of my favorites. The next person is Disorganized Crafter. So head on over, guys, and watch her video. Thanks again. I'll fix all my links here ASAP, just after I finish this project. I love making small marks, and I really love making these sort of dot patterns around splatters because then the splatters just look sort of like that much crazier. They're like, oh, they're so out of place. I love it. I love how out of place they look. And I use a lot of time, I use color as a block of, as like a border where my marks are and where my marks will be, where they start and where they stop. Yeah, so a couple people are asking about the link to the next person. I'm sorry, when I came over to YouTube Live for the scheduled event, it didn't work. We've been having issues with it all day. So you'll just have to search up Disorganized Crafter to move on to the next one. Thanks for understanding about that, guys. We really, we are not that big of fans of how bad that didn't work out. So, and I'm activating my Stabilo with some water and a small paintbrush. And I need to heat some stuff dry. It looks like I still have a few people hanging out. So if you guys want to talk or you have questions or anything, please feel free to ask. I am more than happy to answer that. All right, so that's looking a little better as far as drying goes. So I can flip over and play on this side too. And I mentioned earlier that I like my masking tape to be a design feature, not just a tool or supply that sort of blends into the background. I like it to stand out. I love the sort of vintage, authentic, rustic tone that masking tape has. And so I've been working a lot harder on making it a design element. Awesome, Leanne. You know I love you, girl. Glad to have you. Linda. Holy crap, girl. Thank you. It's a pleasure to have you here, and I love helping people learn. I really do. It's such a big passion of mine. I just love sharing art. I'm doing some more of that wet Stabilo. It's so grungy and gross, and I just love it so much. And I like to splatter Stabilo too because it's always water soluble until you fix it with something, so a fixative. So then they end up sort of almost watery spots, but when I'm working on top of them, sometimes they end up disappearing. Okay, so when it comes to ink, it's very funny. People are very personal about ink, and I will agree. I am very personal as well. I used to use strictly Archival by Ranger in this tuxedo black. Not tuxedo black. What is it called? I don't know. I'm sorry. Midnight black maybe, or something like that. But I have a bunch of these ink pads because I teach classes a lot, and so I would always carry them around. Then Tim Holtz came out with a black soot archival ink. So what I did was I bought the Distress Ink do-it-yourself pad, so it came with nothing in it. It was just blank. And then I filled it with the black soot archival ink. So now I have like a nice-sized archival ink black soot pad that I keep, and I've made a couple of those that I take to class. So it's black soot archival by Ranger. And I am going to add another stamp here. Same thing on that tissue paper, because if you get it like nice and wet, then it blends right into the background and acts as a collage piece, but then you're not like stressing out about getting the perfect stamped image, especially in our mixed media world. Like we're sort of, I've mentioned before, I'm just trying to get stuff down. I feel so much better when I've had a few minutes to create art and make something. And, you know, I always say, like, it doesn't have to be pretty. We're not painting the Mona Lisa. And especially if you're just sort of like building backgrounds and then you're coming later to work on it, to build up the process, then especially with background work, just get something down. And 15 minutes a day is not a lot. I've been working on that 15 minutes a day thing, and it's okay. Some days I just don't have a finished project, and maybe I don't need one every day. I don't, you know, I can show a close-up, or I can appreciate the fact that I get to practice every day. And I keep circling back to this because I really used to be a himmer and a har. Like I would take a lot of time to make decisions, and that's not great. You know, I have deadlines and I need to get product samples done like everybody else. And it's not that, how do I put this? Like, it's not that I don't value my artwork, but sometimes I just need to make artwork. I just need to do it. And this has been helping a lot with that. See, like this guy, I sort of wish he was further to the edge, but he's already down. I can't pull him back up, so we're going with it. Look at how these Stabilo splatters turned out. I love it so much. They're so raw. Let me get some more. I need some more Stabilo. Oh, that's my phone. I turned those off. Well, sorry about that. Somebody wants to talk to me. Oh, somebody really wants to talk to me. I turned my notifications off. That's funny. Leanne, what are you doing tonight, babe? What? My Stabilo is like refusing to turn dark right there. There we go. Okay. There are a lot of splatters right there because I was really aiming for something specific. Has it been rainy there, Leanne? That's what I read. Leanne lives in Australia. All right, so I also really love this sort of very fine Stabilo wet. Like I'm not wetting every little area that I wrote with, the Stabilo. So some of it is very raw and some of it's very fluid, and it's just this whole mess of goodness. I love it. Oh, my neighbors sound like they're having a good night tonight. All right, so I'm making some, oh yeah, let's, ooh, I like how they look. Whoops. Okay, not the bottom one, but I like how those look faded. That's really cool. Just making some marks with my my Stabilos and my Sharpies, and it's looking pretty good. I think it's coming to a quick close here. If you're watching this on replay and you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments section, or you can, you know, pop me a private message. Oh, I'll be glad to have you, Peggy. Thank you. Oh, you know, the other thing that I really love to use is a good graphite pencil, because it's not as intense as the Stabilo, but it adds such a nice sketchy factor. And I like to use it to sort of create borders, and it helps pull everything together. Yep, that's the neighbors. Sorry about that. Thanks, Kelly. Yeah, so I used, this is Gold Ochre, and this is Venetian Rose, both by Amsterdam Acrylics. All right, guys, I think that's it. I think that's pretty good. If I do some other stuff, it'll be later after I've had a moment to think about it, but I love it. So I'm going to turn the camera off. I'm going to stitch my piece into here. Here's one last look real quick at the original. And I'm going to make my closure just like this one. Open and fold. Both sides. Thanks so much. I'm so glad you guys were here, and I look forward to interacting with you in the future. Thanks so much, you guys. Over and out.